Everyone tells you to share your journey, post the grind, announce the goals, update the world. But what if, the moment you share your dream, you slowly lose the fire to achieve it? This is the story of Ethan Walker, a man who almost talked his future away. Ethan Walker lived in a small apartment in Austin, Texas. He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. He wasn't even particularly confident, but he had an idea. Every night after his marketing job, he worked on a mobile app, an app designed to help freelancers manage inconsistent income. It wasn't flashy, but it solved a real problem. The first week he started building it, he was excited. The second week, he posted about it. "Big things coming soon," he wrote on Instagram. "Building something game-changing," he tweeted. Likes came in. Comments poured in. "Proud of you, bro. Future millionaire." The dopamine hit felt amazing. And strangely, that night, he didn't work as hard. Weeks passed. Ethan continued posting updates, mock-up screenshots, coffee shop, laptop pictures, captions like "late nights," "early mornings," "hustle mode." People admired him, but behind the screen, progress slowed. The more validation he received, the less urgency he felt. It was as if his brain had already received the reward without earning it. Then something worse happened. One day, an old college acquaintance messaged him. "Cool idea, but isn't there already like 20 apps doing that?" The doubt planted itself immediately. Another comment followed on LinkedIn. "Market looks saturated. Tough space to break into." Now, every time Ethan opened his laptop, those voices echoed louder than his own. The excitement turned into pressure. The pressure turned into hesitation. He wasn't building quietly anymore. He was performing publicly. 3 months later, the app was barely halfway done. One evening, Ethan sat alone at his kitchen table. Laptop open, code unfinished. Notifications buzzing from another post he had just made. "Launch coming soon." He stared at the words, "coming soon." He realized something uncomfortable. He had been talking more than building. He had shared every milestone, every tiny improvement, every idea. And each time he shared it, he felt temporarily accomplished, as if he had already succeeded. But he hadn't. That night, Ethan made a quiet decision. He deleted the launch date post. He stopped tweeting about the app. He archived his building in public highlights. No announcement, no explanation, just silence. The first week felt strange. No comments, no praise, no virtual applause. It was uncomfortable, but something else returned. Focus. Without an audience, there was no performance. Without opinions, there was no noise. There was only the work. Ethan started waking up at 5:30 a.m., not to post, not to update, but to build. He worked before his job. He worked after dinner. He tracked progress privately in a notebook instead of on social media. The energy changed. When no one knew what he was doing, there was nothing to protect. No ego to defend. No expectations to manage. Just steady progress. 6 months later, the app was ready. Not perfect, but real. Ethan didn't tease it. He didn't create hype. He simply launched it quietly on Product Hunt and sent emails directly to freelancers he had researched personally. The first week, 12 users. The second week, 37 users. The third week, 84. It wasn't viral. It was sustainable. One afternoon, while reviewing analytics, Ethan noticed something unexpected. Users weren't just signing up, they were staying. They were recommending it to others. Within a year, the app generated more than his full-time salary. Investors started reaching out not because of flashy posts, but because of traction. Real traction. At a small tech meetup in Austin, someone recognized his name from the app. "Man, I had no idea you were building this. Why didn't you post about it?" Ethan smiled. "I almost built the image instead of the product," he replied. "I learned something important." The guy leaned closer. "What's that?" Ethan said quietly. "Dreams grow better in silence." Not every seed needs sunlight on day one. Some goals die from too much exposure. When you share your experiences too early, you invite opinions before the foundation is strong. You trade focus for validation, momentum for applause. Sometimes, the most powerful move is to move quietly, build in silence. Let results make the noise, because not everyone needs access to your unfinished vision. And sometimes, the less you announce, the more you accomplish.